Couple of quick hitter stories from different trials and different legal goings ons, and just a different political nonsense, okay, that just needs wrapping up, because we got old Jussie Smollett, who, yeah, he was convicted, and then he'll be, I don't know, sentenced to community service in the new year, whatever. I think, what is that, December or January 27th or 22nd, one of those days. Oh, yeah, he's gonna get his little slap on the wrist, which is gonna be fucking hilarious, even though he just tried to spark a race war in 2019. But Chicago to still go after Jussie Smollett for $130,000 in police costs. Fucking do it. He's the one who caused all of this shit. His lies directly led to the overtime that the taxpayers ended up paying to those police districts. So you're on the hook for it, pal, okay? There's different ways to go about trying to get a raise, stupid. The city of Chicago confirmed it will continue to pursue a lawsuit against actor Jussie Smollett, who was convicted last week on multiple felony charges stemming from a fake hate crime hoax. Oh no, the hoax wasn't fake. He just staged a hate crime by hiring those Nigerian brothers to slap on red caps and yell MAGA country in the middle of Chicago. Fucking weird, but whatever. In a bid to collect more than $100,000 in costs that were incurred by the city's police department, Jussie's on the hook for. The jury found Smollett, who appeared in Empire, which is the show. Okay, didn't watch it, didn't know how popular it was, but yeah, that's where he also received all of that hate mail, right? Guilty on 5 of 6 charges during his trial on December 9th. Yes. After the guilty verdict was handed down, the city of Chicago confirmed to the news outlet on December 10th that it would seek to recoup its losses. The city filed a civil lawsuit against Jussie Smollett to recover costs incurred by the Chicago Police Department's investigation, what the city believed to be Smollett's false police reports, and that he was a victim of a hate crime. The city statement dated December 11th read. While using a different standard of proof, the jury's finding of guilt, convicting Jussie Smollett. I'll eventually get his name properly enunciated. Don't worry about it. Or criminal charges stemming from the incident confirms that the city was correct in bringing its civil lawsuit. The city intends to continue to pursue its lawsuit to hold Smollett accountable for his unlawful actions and demand the compensation for the city, to compensate the city for costs incurred by the Chicago Police Department for whom took his false claims of harm seriously. Yeah, you got duped like a lot of other Democrats that are out there. Smollett was found guilty on 5 Class 4 felonies for telling police officers and detectives a series of lies in the hoax he attempted to blame on supporters of former President Donald Trump. Yeah, really should have workshopped that plan a little bit better, my dude. Lawyer for Smollett, Nye Uche, said the former actor is planning an appeal. Good luck. I don't even know how you appeal this one. Like, what prosecutorial misconduct on this one? Like, I don't know what you're trying to allege, but it's your right to appeal. You just got to, pay for it, stupid. But you're also going to have fees to the city that you're going to have to pay as well. We feel 100% confident that this case will be won on appeal. Well, that's what you would say, I guess. You'd need to show at least a brave face. Uche told the reporters last week, unfortunately, that's not the route we wanted, but sometimes that's the route you have to take to get the win. Especially a case where we remain 100% confident in our client's innocence. Well, I'm glad somebody is, and I'm sure that, you and Black Lives Matter, so I guess you're in good company, but this isn't going to be the only, you'd have to assume he's a Democrat. He was at enough of their fucking fundraisers, so he would have been voting for those stupid people that are going to end up on the short side of a potential financial windfall. You got Andrew Cuomo out here, who's really just, it kind of hit the skids out there. But yeah, this one really stings because you remember he had that leadership book about how he weathered the storm of the coup. And he was one of the smartest men out there when it came to just putting on a brave face in the early days of COVID, and really led a steadfast campaign against this very dangerous virus and all that other fucking stupid shit. And he had the audacity to be covering up death totals and different nursing homes throughout the state of New York. And then, he released the book about how he's such a good guy. Well, his year of treachery really coming back to bite him right in the ass that he's been sitting on for a long time because he hasn't really had much else to do. Andrew Cuomo ordered to return money he made from his Coof book. That really does suck. A New York ethics board ordered former Governor Andrew Cuomo to return the proceeds he received from the book about leadership during the COVID-19 pandemic. God, that is petty, but it is funny at the same time. State Joint Commission on Public Ethics, that sounds like an Orwellian institute, voted 12-1 Tuesday on a resolution that mandates Cuomo, a Democrat, to hand over the profits he made from the book American Crisis, Leadership Lessons from the COVID-19 Pandemic, to New York Attorney General Letitia James's office. Ugh, God, okay. Now I can understand why one person voted to not turn over those proceeds, because she was the one who forced him out of office to begin with and uncovered all this type of shit. So, man, having to pay your out-and-out political adversary, that's tough. Move comes about a month after the same commission voted 12-1 to revoke its approval of Cuomo's book deal. The panel determined that the former governor violated the terms of the agreement because the New York State property used to write, edit, and publish the book. Oh, okay. If it was all paid for by the state, okay, listen, I guess they're entitled to the proceeds, really. Local media reports have said that Cuomo's book deal was worth more than $5 million. Oh, yeah, it's going to be pretty easy to figure that out once they subpoena what his book deal was worth. Following Tuesday's vote, Cuomo's attorney, Jim McGuire, said the Joint Commission on Public Ethics vote was unconstitutional and exceeds its own authority to appear to be driven by political interests rather than facts and the law. Well, it's a Democrat going after another Democrat, so I don't really know what the political bias is on this one. Should they seek to enforce this action, we'll see them in court, he told local media outlet 13 Wham! According to a J. Cope's resolution. It sounds like something totally different. Last month, that revoked its approval of the book deal. And the approval request letter contained material omissions and misrepresentations, that each of said material omissions and misrepresentations individually constitute a ground for revocation. The commission found that the book violated the terms of the agreement because it was developed as part of Governor Cuomo's job responsibilities and substantially related to his job responsibilities. This is unprecedented territory because nothing like this has ever happened before. Blair Horner, the New York Public Interest Research Group, nonprofit organization, said on Tuesday, no one in their wildest dreams thought a sitting governor, the highest paid governor in the country, would go out and get a $5 million book contract. Are you fucking dumb or just willfully stupid, or you just really needed a headline out there? Oh, we couldn't possibly have foreseen somebody with such a high profile whose brother is literally at the time in the media, who he was constantly on TV with, and everybody was just licking his fucking metaphorical sack and sometimes forcing them to do it. No, his allegations never stemmed that far. They were just telling him how great he is over and over again. You didn't think he'd cash in on that? Wow, you're pretty fucking stupid. A report by the New York Assembly Committee found that the former governor required his aides to help produce his COVID-19 memoir during work hours, even recording the book's audio version at the state executive mansion in Albany. Well, okay, if the governor's doing that in his off hours at the place where he has to work, I don't necessarily hold that against him, but forcing his aides in the governor's office to help him work on the book, that's a little bit different, okay? That's trying to profit off of the back of taxpayers' money, okay? Like, just take the publicity thing off the table for a minute, because he's charismatic and he has name recognition that he can cash in unprofessional or unofficial venues, so he could have done that any other way. But if you're getting other people who aren't benefiting off of this and are directly being funded by the taxpayers, you got to answer for that one, because that's going to be a sticking point, at least for me, and I'm trying to be the most generous person on this situation, okay? The committee has been considering impeachment articles against Cuomo before he resigned. Yeah, but they didn't get around to it, and they didn't really need to, because, well, he just said, I will not quit, and then like a week later, and it's like, no, I'm going to quit, don't worry about it, but I'm going to quit in 2 weeks' time. So you had this will he, won't he, and then eventually he just jetted off into the sunset in a helicopter with one of his top aides, who he assumedly finger blasted at 20,000 feet, and it was really nice and really dramatic. And then since then, well, haven't heard much from Andrew, but Chris's saga is getting weird, and it's getting crazy in and of itself. And Chris apparently had a book coming out, and then his publisher wasn't going to publish it. So I seen that story come up as well, and it was one of those things that I would have touched on, but I don't like it. Okay, listen, if somebody was going to publish his book, but then eventually it was one of those cancel culture things, which even for Chris Cuomo, who's a bit of a fucking knob in and of himself, even if he had a deal to publish a book and 6 to 10 people were going to buy it to begin with, so what the fuck ever. So canceling him because of his documented impropriety that has yet to be proven literally anywhere, I don't know, man. I'm not very comfortable with that. But yeah, I just find this story to be hilarious. Listen, you profited off of just absolute lies, and people were dumb enough to buy it and review it and then just lick your sack for the better part of the 2020. Kind of get what you deserve, stupid. And same goes Jussie Smollett. Pay up, fucker. And that $7,000 down payment for that hate crime that you tried to commit on yourself. It's really getting quite a good return on investment, as it were. But with that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.